Hi there, I'm Roger Cox. I'm with www.rogercox.net, and I teach network marketers especially how to find leads and how to get people to make a success with their network marketing business or with their online marketing business. It doesn't matter what company you're with. We can help you out. I also have a Facebook page at www.facebook.com/RogerCox246. And my topic today is what's holding you back? And the question that goes along with that is, what are you going to do about it? Something's holding you back, but what are you going to do? So imagine that you are in a job or a position where you're just not happy. You're dissatisfied, and you're wishing you were somewhere else. Now, for some of you, and maybe even a lot of you, you don't have to imagine very hard because that's your reality. You're in a position, you're in a job where it's just not doing it for you anymore. A lot of times when we start out in the working world, we take the first job that we can get. The first job that's offered to us, and it may not be our dream job, but it's a job, and so we go in there, and sometimes we're there for a long time, and we get stuck. And we're stuck in this job. Or sometimes we hop from one job to another, always searching for something better. And you move to another job and you're hoping that it's going to be a better job. And it might be, in some things, but it's not a big change, from where you're at. So the first thing then you're dissatisfied again. Maybe you're working too many hours, you're not getting paid enough. The environment is toxic. That's a lot nowadays. It's just the work environment that you're in, the people you're around can be toxic. So for whatever reason, you're in a job, you're in a position that it's just not doing it for you anymore, and you want to do something different. Now, some of you don't have any idea what you would like to do. You haven't even thought that far. You haven't made any dreams or any plans about something that you would like to do. You're just stuck in a job and you want to do something different, but you have no idea what. You just don't know where to turn. And then there are others of you who, you in the back of your mind, you got some thoughts going on. I'd really like to do this. I really want to be one of these, but I'm stuck in this job and I can't do this. There's something holding me back. So that's the question today. What is holding you back? If you are in a position, in a job, and it's just, like I said, if it's just not doing it for you, what specifically is holding you back from going and finding something else? Preferably something that you want, something that's kind of your goal that you'd like to work towards. Maybe the thing that you're looking for is, you're thinking in your mind, I want to do this, but in order to do this, I'm going to have to do this. So in other words, maybe you want to be a nurse. But in order to be a nurse, then you've got to have this training, and that could hold you back because you're thinking, well, first of all, I don't have the money for training. Second of all, I don't have the time to go get training because I'm too busy with this current situation that I'm in. That I'm not really liking, but it's where I'm at, and I feel like I want to move on, but I don't know how. So a lot of people in the employment world are like that. They're in these positions where maybe they wanted to be there initially. Maybe they trained for the job that they're in, but now, like I said, things have changed, circumstances have changed, the job has changed, the responsibilities of the job has changed. For whatever reason, the job is just not doing it for you like it used to, and you want to move, you want to do something different, but like I said, you may not even know what you want to do, or if you do know what you want to do, there's challenges, there's roadblocks. There's things holding you back from doing what it is that you want to do. And that could be you lack the training. It could be you're not in the right location. In order to get this position, you might need to move. And that's a stumbling block. And that's something that holds you back. There could be any number of reasons why you feel like you can't move on and move toward this position or this position in life that you want. You feel like you're stuck. And I'm here to tell you that it's a faulty mindset, because in this land that we live in, you have freedoms. It may take some work, it may take some consequences, but you don't have to stay where you're at. You can do the things that you need to do in order to move on. And so in a case where let's go back to the nursing situation. If you want to be a nurse, but you feel like you don't have the time, you don't have the money for the training, there's always something that you can do that will move you just a little bit further along to get where you be. Take the first steps, even if you don't see anything past that. If you just can't see, okay, if I take this first step, then what? If you can't see beyond that, at least take the first step. And when you take that first step, there may be more additional light, and then it will shine upon you, and you'll have some more insight, and you'll be able to walk outside the light, take a little faith, take another step, and things might open up to you. As a nurse, maybe you can go get a Red Cross first aid training lesson. Maybe get it free somewhere. At some communities do it. Take a first step toward your goal, toward what you're working toward, and see if and just keep taking those little steps. If you can't do the whole thing all at once, if you can't become this super professional, whatever it is, start with the first step. Take the little steps, start moving toward it. At least you'll be making some progress, and you won't be just sat there feeling helpless, doing nothing. Because if you don't do anything, 10, 15 years from now, you're going to be in the very same place that you are now, unless you fall into another job that might pay you a little bit more, but it's not what you wanted. You haven't moved toward what you want. And so this is a principle that applies, specifically to everybody. I want to tailor it to network marketers because that's my specialty. That's my profession. And so if you're a network marketer and you want to get to to do better at it, but you're thinking, I would really like to have a big organization, but I can't talk to people. I'm afraid to talk to people. So that's something that's holding me back. What are you going to do about it? Can you make a first step? Can you get some training somewhere about how to do a Facebook Live? They're not that hard. If you're nervous about doing a Facebook Live, you can always just do a video to yourself. It doesn't go anywhere. You just record yourself, get used to seeing yourself on video, get used to talking, and then slowly you can enlarge your audience until the point you're going live. If you're afraid of talking to people in person, take the first step. Take the first couple steps. Just say hi to somebody. Maybe you want to do a blog. Maybe you want to write a blog, so that people can come to your page and you can tell them about your opportunity there. But you're thinking, I have no idea how to do a blog. I don't think I'd be good at it. I'm not good at writing. I don't know the technical stuff. And what I'm telling you is you can take one step at a time. You can learn how to do a blog. It doesn't not have to be done perfectly. You don't have to be a perfect blog writer to even start a blog. There's all kinds of things that you can go on now, and it's pretty much done for you. The Facebook Lives, they do not have to be perfect. Just do one. You take the first step, take the second step, and the third step, and you start moving yourself towards your goal, where you want to be. Because again, I'm going to tell you, if you want to be somewhere, but your fears are holding you back so that you don't even make that first step, 5, 10, 15 years from now, you're going to be in the same place where you are now. And is that really where you want to be? Or is it worth having a little faith, taking that first step, stepping out into the darkness, away from the light just a little bit, developing your skills, one skill at a time. You don't have to become a super professional, whatever it is, all at once. That's something you learn, step by step. Take the first step. So the specific advice, as I say, I teach people how to get leads, how to find people to talk to about your network marketing business. There's some things you can do. There's some things that you can do to find people, and I'm more than happy to help you with that. You just need to hook up with me. So talk to me at rogercox.net, www.rogercox.net. Go to my Facebook page and contact me there. It's facebook.com/RogerCox246, and I can point you to some resources that will at least get you started. There's resources on how to do video, resources on how to do a blog, resources on how to be really good at Facebook and posting on Facebook. There's resources on Twitter, resources on Snapchat. All the social media is there. There's resources on keyword research. But the thing is, you don't have to learn it all at once. You don't have to feel overwhelmed. I could never do that. I can't do that. I could never do that. But if that's where you want to go, you can always take the first step. Start moving toward whatever goal it is that you want. Whatever that goal is. There's something that you can do that will move you a little bit closer. If you want to learn Spanish, if you want to become proficient in Spanish, you can learn one Spanish word. You can take one free Spanish class on the internet. There's free Spanish classes. There's free instruction and classes on just about anything you can think of on the internet. You can get your training. You at least get the first steps of training for practically nothing, and it'll start moving you towards your goal. And at least you'll feel like you're accomplishing something. You won't feel that feeling of helplessness that you're in a situation, you're in your job, it's not what you want, it's not what you signed up for, but you feel helpless, you're stuck, and you don't know what to do. You're going to be here for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And the whole point of this video is it doesn't have to be that way. There's things that you can do to start moving you toward whatever goal it is that you want. Break it down into the smaller goals. Find the first few steps. Take those steps. When you've completed those steps, I'm going to bet you that a whole bunch more of other little steps will open up in front of you. And then you can take those steps. And then some more will open up. And you just keep moving along until you get closer to your goal, to where you want to be. So, we're not a tree. We don't have to stay where we're planted. We can move. We can decide our destiny. We can decide to do things on our own. And we can decide to find the resources we need to do it. It's in our control. We're not stuck. We're not a plant. We're a human. We're a human spirit, and there's all kinds of things we can do if we will just do them. Okay, it's my video. I hope you got some value out of this at all. If you did, shoot me a line, say, hey, I appreciate this, or contact me if you want to find out. Especially if you're in network marketing, because 95% of network marketers, their main problem is they don't have anybody that they feel that they can talk to about their business. That's the number one thing that stops them. And if you can figure out how to talk to people, how to find the people to talk to, if you do enough of those, the law of averages says you're going to find success. So the key is finding people to talk to, and I have the resources to point you to show you how to do that on social media, so that you don't have to run people down the street, and get within 3 feet of them, hug them, and tell them all about your opportunity, tell them about your product. There's ways you can do that are comfortable, that could be comfortable for you. And so it's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk with me, and we will catch you on the flip side, as I used to say in the old days. We'll talk to you later. Bye.